Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts, and this is going to bother me. There. There. That's better. It's Sunday. In about an hour and a half, we leave to go to my oldest daughter's house, where we will meet up with middle daughter, youngest daughter, and all 4 granddaughters. It's going to be fun. But I got something done this morning. My first scrappy project from my Mystery Yarn Challenge scrap bag. Now I had, hopefully I'll have some pictures to put up here. I purchased a Temu kit for Stegosaurus. And I made one in pink and one in yellow, I think. And then I made one in blues from my own yarn. And I think that one sold. But I made another one. This is Sparky. So I don't know if you can see it, but I used a strand of blue worsted weight yarn and a strand of Jamie Baby, which has a little bit of a sparkle to it. So he does have just a little bit of sparkle. That's why I call Sparky. But this ended up using 3 different yarns from my scrap bag. I had the pale blue, the Jamie Baby, which was mostly white with little hints of pink and yellow and blue. And then I used some gray from the bag for the spikes. So my bag, which formerly was stuffed to the brim, and I think I had 13.5 ounces in there. It's down to 9.9 ounces. So I have to look at it and see what I want to make next. But since I have completed one item with scrap yarn, now I get to move on to squishy. So I'll break into one of my bulky yarns. Make something with bulky yarn. I do have, come here. I do have the Hobie Amigo chunky yarn that I used to make this elephant. I got a little bit of that left up on my chair. So maybe I'll use that for my squishy. Whoops, here we go. What else? The monthly monster make-along has begun. It's September. I'm hoping today to do a blog post that will link all of the patterns, like show all of the monsters from January up to August, and put in a link for the patterns and have the rules in writing rather than just on a video. And we'll see. We'll see how many monsters get made. I just feel I'm like behind things right now. It's September 1st. I have nothing written on my September day planner yet. Usually I go through and I will have a little block that says what my inventory is at, what my stash, my yarn stash is at. It will have a square for low, average, and high sales overall and on Etsy. I think that's it. I think that's all that I have to. Oh, and I put in one little blurb saying how much my earnings from my blog are currently at. Last month, I think I was at $12.41. Now I'm at $13.90. So I made almost $1.50 from my blog last month. Woo! I'm getting there. Growth takes time. And I would like to thank all my new subscribers. I'm like that far away from 700. Getting there. Slow but sure. So what am I going to do next? Well, I'm going to work on something chunky, squishy, to check off that accomplishment. I have a couple of works in progress that I need to finish up. If you heard, Lori over at the Armchair Chef is doing a work in progress challenge for September. Will you email her a picture of a work in progress? Could be something you just started or something that's been sitting around for a while. A work in progress that you want to finish up in September. I have a pair of fingerless gloves that I started. Could be years ago, because when I found the bag that they were in, I didn't even recognize the crochet hook that was in the bag with them. Like, where'd that come from? I don't remember having this pretty purple hook. Okay. So I had started, I thought the pattern looked really nice. Started the pattern, started the fingerless gloves. I got the ribbing done, and that was it. I just abandoned the project. Probably because I have maybe 6, 8 pairs of gloves in my Etsy shop. And I can't tell you the last time I sold a pair of gloves. So, most people come to my shop looking for amigurumi, or they see the amigurumi, or they come to get patterns. But gloves are not a big seller in my shop, so I think I was sort of like, why am I making these? These aren't going to sell. But this month, September, is the month I will finish them off, get that crochet hook back into circulation with my other hooks, and have the sense of accomplishment of finishing up a work in progress that has been languishing forever. So, if you have a work in progress that you want to work on, but you need a little extra push, go check out Lori's, I think she's calling it Whip It, hashtag WIPIT 924. So, check that out. I think I have mentioned everything that I was going to mention. Since I only finished up one project, I don't have much to talk about. The rearranging of these shelves. I showed you yesterday that, I think it's right there, that rainbow Adora ball yarn from Hobby Lobby. I want to use that. And there's three skeins of retro stripe. I love retro stripe. I love the way it works up into projects. I want to use that. And of course, we've got all these squishies over here that I got with my birthday money. I want to play with those. And yeah, there's so many projects, so little time. And I need to keep up with the monthly monster make-along. And I need to keep up with Mystery Yarn Challenge. And, okay, I need to make my lists and keep up with those. My to-do list, I haven't updated, I think, since Friday. And it's all scribbled all over. And one of the scribbles is a list of everything we need to take to my daughter's house today. And I just thought of one more thing to add. We need to take over an extra crib mattress that we have here that they need for my youngest granddaughter to sleep on tonight. I need to take over the birthday gift. I need to take over the snack that I made. I made gluten-free Chex Mix. I've never tried making gluten-free Chex Mix before. I added gluten-free pretzels, mixed nuts, blue tortilla chips, and some cheddar flavored almond flour crackers. And instead of having the 3 different Chex cereals, I just had rice Chex because I can't put in wheat Chex, and I don't like corn Chex, and I don't want to like use half a box of corn Chex for these and then have to toss out the box because I think they're too gross to eat. So I just used the one. And I was trying not to nibble too much as I was making it last night, so we shall see how my gluten-free Chex Mix turned out. It's one granddaughter, my second granddaughter. She really likes that kind of the mix stuff. And when I took my favorite gluten-free snack mix down to a family outing we had at a water park, she kept coming over. Grammy, Grammy, can I have some of your snack? Grammy, Grammy, can I have some? That was the same sort of a Chex Mix with chips and pretzels and little cheesy things, but that company's no longer in business, so I had to make this myself. So once this party is over and I have that list crossed off, I really need to update my to-do list and get back to checking the things off. But the next few days are going to be a whirlwind with family event today and tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, I've got to do all the catch-up stuff. Shopping. I have a check. I need to go to the bank. I want to cash in my 5-cent deposit cans and bottles, which are in my car, taking up space, and drop off paper at a recycling place. So Tuesday is going to be busy. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll really get back to hitting that to-do list hard. Oh, my husband said that he can pick about 3 dozen tomatoes. So I'm supposed to do some canning too. Yeah, fit that in. And you know what's probably, you know how they say when it rains, it pours? I'm probably going to get an email from the editor I work for at the publishing, the puzzle magazine, saying, hey, here's a 50-page set of puzzles for you to proofread. Yeah. Yep. How about if I say, if that happens this week, I give myself permission to buy a pattern. Treat myself. I have this thing. I have at least 2 paid patterns that I have my eye on. And I'm like, nope, 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 nope. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because August sales were pretty low. I think I sold 3 patterns, and then I had that one big Etsy order of the 2 giraffes. No craft shows, So I had less than, I think, definitely less than $100 in income. I think it was less than 80, but I'm not sure. The outgoing expenses. At the beginning of the month, I was still in the afterglow of having such a fantastic sale at Street Fest that I spent like $100 at Hobie. I went to Joann's and Michael's. I don't know if I went to Hobby Lobby that day. I think in August there were at least 3 trips to the Savers thrift shop where I bought yarn. So there have been a lot of expenses in August. I have to put a little up here that tells you how much I actually brought in and how much I spent. So I'm really trying to behave myself in September. Like, let's not buy any yarn. I've got yarn. I've got yarn. Let's shop from the stash. Unless I were to get an order that specifically needed a yarn that I do not have, then I would have to go buy some. But I need to be good for September. But I made myself sort of this deal. I have 2 craft shows. And if either one of them makes it into the top 10, then I give myself permission to buy one of these patterns that I've got my eye on. Speaking of eye, I have hair. It's going into my eye and it's bothering me. Yes. So we shall see if those deals come about. I am going to edit this and see if I can get it uploaded before we leave. I'm going to see if I can get that blog post about monthly monster make-along. Can you tell that I still don't have it written on a piece of paper under where I put my camera? See if I can get that blog post up. And I probably won't get around to editing the description of this video until we get back from our family festivities today, or maybe even tomorrow morning. We shall see. But at least I can get it up so you guys can see it. Mystery Yarn Challenge, the matches have gone out. If you are doing the Scrap Yarn Challenge and you haven't sent me a picture of your yarn yet, please try to get that out in the next day or two, because it's fun to do progress reports on how much is left from your bag. I'm having a little too much fun with this because I like playing with yarn. Bye-bye.